Hello, and welcome. I am so happy to be talking to you today. It's not a coincidence that you're watching this right now. I am so thankful and can't wait to share more of how coaching has changed my life in such a positive way that I know it can offer you the same. So let's get started. You're here for a specific reason because you want to know more about coaching. What is coaching? What's it all about? What's this online coaching thing all about? How do I go about it? What is it? How much time does it take? You probably want to know all of it. So what I did was I created a little slideshow that's going to walk you through a few things and show you exactly what it is, what it's done for me, and what it could do for you. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to share my screen. All right, so let's talk more about this. So what is coaching, and is it for you? Coaching really is, it's a community. It's a positive community. You're surrounded by people all doing the same thing as you and all working towards the same goal of helping to really, we're working towards helping eliminate obesity, which is something that is huge right now. Accountability, right? It's helping to hold you more accountable. It's self-growth. We do a lot of personal development, which helps us grow as people, individuals ourselves. It'll give you results, the freedom of time, the freedom of money, and the fun. And this is all the power of working this part-time. So I'm going to share with you a little bit more about my story, who I am, and how I created this business working part-time. I was working full-time at the time that I started this business, and I did this on a part-time basis. So I'm going to share a little bit more about that. So who am I? Well, my name is Colleen Devine. If I haven't met you already, hi. I am the founder of Divine Nation. I am a diamond coach. I'm a success starter. I'm also a Success Club legend, which means I've helped a lot of people over the last couple of years that I've been doing this, and I've helped them consecutively every single month. I've helped at least 3 to 5 people every single month since April 1st of 2015. Since the day I started, I've been helping 3 to 5 people every single month change their life for the last 3 years. And our team, Divine Nation, our mission is helping empowering others to lead the life they've always wanted. Because I think all of us deep down have a desire, have an image in our minds of how we would love to see our lives play out, right? If you can envision yourself 5 years from now, 10 years from now, what does that look like? And how are you going to get there? And the thing with I was the same way. I always had a vision of what I wanted my life to look like. I wanted to retire by the time I was 45. But when you're, 20 years old and you want to retire at 45, you don't really know the path on how to get there. And coaching has now become the path, the vehicle that's going to help me get to where I want to go. So a little about me. I started, there's pictures there on the show where I started from. I was at my heaviest weight. I waitressed for a long time. I spent 15 years in the restaurant industry. So I never had to learn how to cook. I never had to think about it. I was always working. I am a workaholic. I have always worked since the day I was 18. I've always worked. And I usually, working 40 hours a week is like a part-time job for me, right? Like I normally work anywhere from 60 plus hours a week. I'm a very, very busy person, and I like being busy. I like working. I like doing that. I like being involved. So in the restaurant industry, I was getting to a point where I was like, I can't do this for the rest of my life. What am I going to do? What's that next step? I was really on that cusp of, I don't know what's next for me. Like, I don't know if I want to go back to school. I don't want to spend that money going back to school. I don't want to go into debt doing that. I don't really think I could go back to school. Like, when I left waitressing, I really honestly, that was my life. I had spent 15 years in the restaurant industry as a waitress, as managers, as general managers. I was running restaurants, helping open restaurants. That's what I identified with. But as you get older, and, if you have, if you're married and have kids and, the restaurant industry is not really, the hours just aren't there. Like, I had to work. I worked all the weekends. I worked all the holidays. I always worked. I never took time off, because if I took time off, that means I wasn't getting paid, right? Like, it's a big trade-off. So I never took time off. I never did vacations, but those were things I always wanted to do. So when I left waitressing, I took an office job. And as soon as I took that office job, all the weight started, right? All the weight started coming on. And I never, ever had to take care of myself in that sense, or I never paid attention to my body before. So I never really knew how to now control my weight. I didn't know what that meant. To me, eating healthy meant I had to eat chicken and rice all the time or eat a salad. Like, that's what eating healthy meant to me. Like, I had no concept of what healthy eating was. I always thought I was eating healthy. And then I was like, I don't know what that means, right? I went through a very bad relationship where I went through I met someone, I moved to a different country with that person, we got engaged, it turned into an abusive relationship, and I found myself in a different country, not knowing anyone, having no help around me, and I really turned to food and alcohol as my way out. What ended up happening is I left that relationship. I declared bankruptcy. And at the bottom of the bottom was when I had to pawn my jewelry to pay my bills. So I really had, I was up at the high, and then I hit my very bottom. And when I hit my very bottom, I really lost all my self-confidence. I lost all of my self-confidence. I was full of self-doubt. Like, I couldn't do this. I didn't know what was next. I just didn't know what I felt so stuck. And I turned to alcohol and food. Like I said, that's what I turned to, because I didn't know what else to do. I didn't have anyone around me. I didn't have close friends anymore because I traveled so much. So it all like kind of snuck up on me. So those where I started photos are actually a year. So this is before I started anything Beachbody related. Those were those photos. And those photos, it took me 2 years to finally make the decision of talking about it. I felt like shit all the time. I was tired all the time. I was run down. I could not even look at myself in the mirror anymore. I didn't want, Dave to touch me. Like, I just didn't want to be seen naked. Like, I was just so uncomfortable in my own skin, right? I hated everything about myself. And I fixated on my stomach area, like my thighs and my stomach area. Like, that's what I fixated on. I wore cardigans all the time because I thought that they hid my stomach, like all the time, even in the summertime. Like, Dave's even said to me before, like, it's like 30 degrees outside. Why are you wearing that sweater, right? But I always thought it was like hiding everything. I was always trying to hide, wearing layers to hide stuff, right? So those pictures where it says where I started, I had actually been working with a personal trainer and in the gym. It was 1.5 years that I was working with a personal trainer and in the gym. And I had lost 10 pounds from when I originally decided enough is enough. I'm doing this. I drove to the gym one night after work, hired a personal trainer, and started working with a personal trainer. In the 1.5 years I worked with that personal trainer, I lost 10 pounds. Now fast forward over to these other 2 pictures where it says today in January 15th, that's all home workouts. All I do is home workouts. For the last 3 years, I've been doing home workouts, and I'm at the healthiest point I've ever been. So when I found coaching and when I found these groups, it really changed things for me. It was like a light bulb that went off, and I was like, okay. And I remember watching this, exactly what you're here listening to me right now, I was in the same spot 3 years ago. And when I watched, I didn't want anything to do with it. I didn't want anything to do with it. I refused to accept the friend requests of my coach. I didn't want to talk to her. I didn't want anything to do with it. I was like, I'm in the gym. I'm good. Like, leave me alone. I don't know what you want about these groups. I'm not into groups. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Stop talking to me, right? Like, that's what I was. I was like that too. So I understand that people are very standoffish when we first start talking about this. She said to me though, hey, listen, I understand that you're not interested in the groups, but maybe you'd be interested in coaching. And I was like, what's that? And she's like, well, it's the opportunity to pay it forward. You know, what you're doing now, you're already working out, you're already talking about it and helping people. This would be a way for you to turn that hobby into a part-time income for yourself. And I was like, that's interesting. So you mean I could work out, help other people, and make an income from that? And she's like, yeah. She's like, that's what I do. And I was like, tell me more. At the time, I was working away from home. And when I was working away from home, meant that I was completely away from my family. I was totally in a different province. I was by myself. I didn't know anyone. I was working 12-hour days. When I left work, I would come home to an empty apartment. I was lonely. I was lonely. I was looking to be connected with something. I was looking for friendships. I was looking for some kind of positive influence in my life. I needed to focus on something good because I had nothing. I was in an environment where I didn't know anyone. I was away from my friends and family. I was just lonely. I really needed something. I was just getting to a point in my life where I was just like, okay, I come home, I go to work, I come home, I watch TV all night. I go to work, I come home, I watch TV every night. Like, there's got to be more to life than that. Like, there's got to be more to life. Like, I want to feel like I'm a part of something. I want to feel like I'm involved and I have a purpose. Like, I want more. And if that's you, then you're in the right place, because this offers so much more. Now, let's talk the reality, okay? Can I earn income from coaching? And I think that is on a lot of people's minds, and I think that's a fair statement. So let's talk more about income. So I'm going to show you my exact income from where I started to where I am right now. I will add the disclaimer in here that, of course, Beachbody doesn't guarantee any level of success or income. It's all based on each coach's own hard work, right? So my income is a direct reflection of how hard I personally work. If I don't work, I don't get paid. This is not get rich quick. This is not something that you jump into today and you're going to start earning money tomorrow. It doesn't work like that. This business is a business about helping people. And the way we help people as coaches is we're working on ourselves harder than anything else. We work on ourselves and we share that with other people. And through working on ourselves and sharing that with other people, that's how we help other people. So I hear a lot of people always say to me things like, oh, why do you want to be a coach? And they're always like, oh, I just want to help people. I want to help people. Okay. But in order to help people, that means you got to be helping yourself first. You can't help anybody else if you're not doing it yourself first. It all starts with you. So my income is based on me working 7 to 10 hours a week. Like I said, I was working a full-time job, working part-time hours, which has now led me to working full-time as a coach. So my number one worry, what keeps you up at night? Think about this for a second. I'm going to answer what keeps me up at night, but I want you to be thinking about what keeps you up at night. What keeps me up at night is money, bills. Will I have enough to pay my bills next month? I need to get my line of credit paid off. I need to get this paid off. I need to get my credit card paid off. Like, constantly thinking about money. Will I have enough? Can I pay my cell phone bill and the hydro bill and all of that this month? Or will I have to take one bill and put it off till the next month? Like, that's always what I'm thinking about. And when you're always worried about money, you're always chasing your tail, right? It always seems like you're chasing your tail. Always. Like, I always just wanted the freedom to be able to go buy whatever I want, whenever I want. I can go hop on a plane and go on vacation if I want. I want to be able to go do the things I want to do without having to say the words, but can we afford it? Right? Like, there's more to life than chasing your tail and just living paycheck to paycheck. And I've lived paycheck to paycheck for many, many years. And it's a really shitty place to be in. So ask yourself, would earning or could earning an extra $300, $500, an extra $1,000 a month, how could that help you and your family? How could that help you? How would that change things for you? Would that pay off some debt for you? Would that help pay off your credit card? Pay your mortgage every month? Pay for your groceries every month? How could that pay for your kids to go into sports? Pay for your Christmas presents without having to put it on credit? Like, how would that change things for you, earning an extra $300, $500, $1,000 a month? How would that change things for you? And then ask yourself, is an hour a day worth that freedom? Is an hour a day worth that little extra breathing room? Like, that's the whole reason why I started coaching. I just wanted that extra breathing room. Like, I wanted that weight lifted off my shoulders and have a little bit of breathing room there, right? Like I said, I worked away from home and I work in oil and gas. And in oil and gas, you can be laid off at any time. So yeah, I had a good job, but that didn't mean I was always going to have a good job, which I wasn't. It was a contract. So I knew it was going to end. And I needed to have an alternative to when that job ended to transition into something else. Coaching has offered me the freedom to work from home, work from my cell phone, work from anywhere. So if we're out camping, if we're traveling, if we're on the road, if I'm at home, if I'm at the camp, if I'm wherever, I can still do this. And I was only doing 7 to 10 hours a week, and this is what I was earning. So in the first month, back in April of 2015, I earned $307 that month. Again, I believe I helped 5 people that month get started. In my second month, I earned $845 because those 5 people stayed with me, and then I helped 5 more people get started. So now my income snowballed, right? In the third month, 620 people. So a few people from the first month didn't stay doing it, which is fine. That's normal. But I had a few more people join me. So my income reflected that. In January of 2017, I earned $1,500 a month. And then if you see, I post at the bottom there where that red arrow is, my lifetime earnings to date is just under $40,000. So ask yourself this. $40,000 in 3 years. How would that change your life? Would an hour a day be worth that? Only you can answer that. But would an hour a day be worth that? I'm making just under 40,000, so, almost 20,000 a year, working 10 hours max a week, making 20,000 a year. There's people out there working 40,000, working 40 hours a week, busting their butts, and may not even be making that, right? I'm doing something I love, doing something I'm already doing, and earning an income from it. That's the best of both worlds right there, right? Being able to do something you're already doing it, or something that you love to do anyway, and turning that into an income. That's the ultimate dream for all of us, to be able to do something that you actually like to do and earn an income from it. Or, instead of taking a part-time, I hear a lot of people say that, you want to take a part-time job. I need to take a part-time job to pay the bills. But you work a full-time job, and then you have to leave the house and go to this part-time job. Why not have a part-time job where you get to stay at home with your family, still be present in your kid's life, and still earn an income, right? You can still go to the kids' functions, to their hockey games, their soccer practice. You can still go and you can still be earning income at the same time. That's ideal, right? So there's so many perks with this, so many perks. We have the community. So there's our team, right? There's tons of friendships. Like this is a picture of our team down in New Orleans last year for our annual Coach Summit trip. That's only part of our team. The other one down below is Megan and I doing one of our workouts. We worked out with Sean T. So there's the friendships that you're going to meet. Like there's so many people I have met through coaching that I never would have had the opportunity to meet. We have our Zoom calls that we do. We have training groups. We have team building. There's one-on-one coaching, group mentoring. There's prizes, recognition, accountability. There's so many things that come along with this. So many great things. I've worked, like I said, I've worked all my life, and I don't think anywhere along the way have I been recognized for my hard work. My 1-year anniversary at work, no one even acknowledged it. 2-year anniversary, whatever, right? And here, just for doing my job and putting myself out there and setting some goals for myself and hitting those goals, I'm getting rewarded for it. I'm getting recognized for it. And that's a really great feeling to know that I'm helping so many people and it's not going unnoticed. The training opportunities, so many training opportunities. We have quarterly trainings. So 4 times a year, we have what's called our Super Saturdays, which happen locally, where we learn about anything new that's coming along, any exciting news. We hear from other coaches. We do, in-person workouts. It's a great chance to actually meet other coaches, meet other people, and connect and build friendships, right? And that's what we're all here to do. Social networking, social media is to be social. It's to connect with people and make new friends. That's what it's all about, right? And that's what coaching is all about, is meeting new people and making new friends. That's what we do. We also have our Coach Summit. So it's a yearly conference. A couple years ago, it was in Vegas. It was Nashville a couple of years ago that we went to. Last year, it was in New Orleans. This year, it's going to be in Indianapolis. Super excited to go to that because it's when you get to a live event, it's unbelievable to be immersed in that. 25,000 coaches to take in the trainings and the parties and the atmosphere. It's so amazing to know that even though you're one person, you're a part of something so big. It's so much bigger than just us, right? It's so much bigger. We also have some retreats and our travel. You get to earn free trips. So this year, our Earn Success Club trip is down to the Riviera Maya in Mexico. It's to the Hard Rock Cafe. I earned that trip through, again, just doing my job, just helping people. I make a point to help 3 to 5 people every month, and that's how I earned this trip. In 2019, next year, it's going to be a cruise. I've already earned that trip. We get our personal team retreats. There's top coach trips. It's an awesome, awesome way just for us to stay connected and grow together and just to help more people. It's fantastic. Who we are looking for. So, big thing to know, the first off is a big thing to know who we are not. And we are not health and fitness experts. We all start this just looking to work towards our own health and fitness goals, right? We're not perfect whatsoever. We're not social media experts. We're not extroverts or introverts. I'm an introvert. I would definitely say I'm an introvert for sure, which is this job is perfect for anyone who is an introvert, right? Because you can connect with so many people through social media without having to do it in person. but you can also build it in person, right? You can do it, you can make it whatever you want it to be. And we're not business professionals. The best thing about coaching that I always say to people that I love about it is, listen, I'm a 2-time university dropout, right? I've been through bankruptcy. I've been to the bottom. And here I am, a successful coach, right? We have dental hygienists, we have doctors, we have lawyers, we have firefighters, we have teachers, we have nurses, healthcare workers, stay-at-home moms, office workers like me. We have everybody, because we're all just working towards our own health and fitness goals, and we decided along the way to start sharing that and helping other people. So when we all start as a coach, we all start right here at ground zero together. Doesn't matter what your past is. We all start on the same level the day we start as a coach. And from there, everything I know as a coach is a learned skill. You can learn what I do. And I'm here to mentor you, to show you how I became successful, how I took these part-time hours, created a part-time income for myself, and then turned that into full-time. Do you have to turn it into full-time? No, not at all. It can be whatever you want it to be. You want to build it in person? Great. You want to build it just online? Great. You know, you can get certified in our programs to teach live classes as well. You can do whatever you want with this. So who we are, the best part is who we are. We're all working on our own health and fitness goals, right? We all love helping other people. We're sharing what we're doing. We're being real and honest about it, because it would be really hard as a coach to share what we're doing and talk about it if you are not doing it yourself. If I wasn't getting the results that I'm getting, I would not be wanting to talk about it, right? You have to be doing it. You have to walk the talk, right? You got to walk the talk. So if you're going to talk about it, you got to be doing it, right? You got to be a product of the product. You got to be. Right? You got to love learning more, pushing yourself outside your comfort zone, and have a heart to want to change the world, right? You just want to help, right? All of us have our own story, and we've all struggled with something. We've all been through something. And the beauty of that is when you figure it out, we should share that with others to help them out. Through our story, we're able to help other people. That's what we do, right? I've struggled with weight. I've struggled with binge eating. I've struggled with drinking too much. I've struggled with low self-esteem, all of that. And the more I help myself and talk about the things I'm going through, the more I can better help other people. But I'll break down our job description as a coach. It's super, super simple. Problem is we all overthink everything, right? We overthink everything. But here it is. As a coach, this is what we do. We work out, we talk about it, and we help other people get started. That's it. We work out, we talk about it, we help other people get started. We work out, we talk about it, we help other people get started. That's it. That's all we do. It's that simple. Everyone overcomplicates it, and it's not. If I turn this into a job description, the job description for a coach would be work out, eat clean, take pictures, share on social media or in person. You're going to lead by example, which means you're walking the talk. You're a hard worker, you're self-driven, you're coachable, and you're willing to help other people. And that's exactly who we're looking for. Driven people. You're competitive. I'm super competitive. I want people on our team that are like myself. You're busy. You're real. You keep it real, right? You're positive. You're compassionate. You're motivated. You may not be positive all the time. I'm not positive all the time, but I certainly try my best, right? I always put the best foot forward and go out there and share that with others so that I can help someone else today feel better. And that's all That's all that matters. So next question is, what is Divine Nation offering you, right? What's in this for you? So we have a Divine Academy, which is a 3-step training system that helps you get started right from day one. You're never going to be alone. So when you get set up as a coach, you now are going to be mentored. You're going to have someone to ask questions to. You're going to be able to get the training that you need to be successful, okay, right from the start. We have weekly team calls. You have access to our training site. We have a training site that has all of our trainings on there. You can set up one-on-one calls with myself to help, right? Help you work through anything that you need help with. Access to all our resources, documents, guides. So when you get started, you're going to start off in one of our accountability groups because, again, you got to walk the talk, right? You got to be doing your own, following your own program, getting your own results, right? So you can talk honestly about it and help others. So the best thing is you're going to get started in a group. You're going to have all of us as your support. There's so many resources in there that when you get started, if you have someone else join you, they're going to join you in that group as well. So they're going to get the benefit of all of us as well. My coaching, all of the other coaches as well. A team. We're all in this as a team, so you're never alone. And they'll have access to all the resources as well, right? So it's super easy for any coach to get started and then have someone join them. We have tons of training from top coaches in the organization, and we have a huge team, our tribe, that works together. We all help each other out. So you're never, like I said, you're never alone. Now, the big thing. Let's talk about some myths. We got to clear this shit out, right? Because there's so many misconceptions out there about what a coach does, what they don't do. There's so many people out there that basically did a shitty job at it and ruined it for everybody else. So it's kind of put like when you think about a coach, maybe you think about someone that you've seen in the past and they were, being all salesy and stuff. And like, that turns a lot of people off. That's not what we do. That is so not, right? If you've seen my Facebook page, if you haven't, go look at it and let me know what you see. You'll see me. You'll see me working out. You'll see me sharing about it, and that's it, right? So it's a pyramid scheme, or MLMs are gross. When I first started, I remember Dave saying to me, he's like, sounds like a pyramid scheme to me. And I was like, what's that? Like, I honestly didn't know. I didn't know. I had to go Google it. I had to go Google pyramid scheme, right? First of all, they're illegal. Second of all, why would I get involved in something and then have my family and everyone join me in it if it's illegal? That would make no sense. That'd be pretty shitty of me, actually. And secondly, a pyramid scheme is something where zero product is being transferred from hand to hand. So that means you would give me money and then that's it. That's the end of our dealings. Whereas here, there's actually a product. There's actually something on the other end. So when I don't even get any money, right? Like anyone gets started, they order their own product and that's it. It doesn't even come through my hands, right? So Beachbody has been rated like AAA on the Better Business Bureau. They are the #1 home workout company in the world. Super billion-dollar company. They're not going anywhere, okay? And the whole multi-level marketing, everyone thinks that's gross. One, because they don't understand it, which is fair because I didn't understand what the hell it was either. I had no idea. And there's, like I said, there's been so many people out there that have done it wrong and have ruined it for us all. Like, ruined it. Like, how many people, like, can you not add me to another stinking group? Like, don't add me to any more groups. Stop mass copy pasting messages to me. It's just annoying. That's what we do not do. And we show you how not to be like that, right? I have to be in shape and certified to be a successful coach. You don't have to be. That's, again, the beauty of this is when I started, I was at my heaviest when I started coaching. And I started coaching because I needed the extra accountability. So when I signed up because I needed the accountability that the word coach brought, right? Like, I wanted, and I remember I said this to Dave, I was like, listen, I feel like if I say that I'm a coach and I talk about it and I tell people that I am, then they're going to start watching me. And if they're watching me, then that means I've got to get results because I don't want to look like a fool. And he's like, well, okay, well, that makes sense. And I'm like, well, in my mind, it makes sense. It gives me that extra accountability, right? So even if I didn't help anyone, just saying I was a coach just made me show up to my own results, right? And you have to think about this in this sense. Everyone nowadays is a voyeur. They want to watch. They want to see the process. That's why The Biggest Loser is so popular, right? They want to see how it's done, right? When you watch someone, think about yourself. If you've been watching someone who's been on a weight loss journey, like you've been watching them. You watch them struggle, you watch them win, you celebrate their victories with them. Like, that's so inspiring to see them. They're going through something, they're talking about it, and they're still going, right? Like, that's so inspiring. And that's where you look at that and you see them and you're like, man, she's struggling with some of the same things I'm struggling with. If she can do it, I can do this, right? That's how we help people, by sharing those things. You have to be a salesperson and push sales. That's so not true. If you want to be a salesperson, this is not the job for you. This is not the job for you if you want to be a salesperson. If you are a salesperson, you're probably not going to do well at this job, because it has nothing to do with sales, and it has everything to do with connecting with people and making friends and helping them. That's it. It has nothing to do with sales. I don't have the time. This is like the number one thing. Everyone says this one. I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I don't have the time. Okay, but we all have the same 24 hours in the day. Like, we all have the same 24 hours. It's how you manage your time. If you're watching this webinar right now, then you've got the time. If you're watching Game of Thrones, then you've got the time. If you're watching This Is Us, then you've got the time. If you're scrolling Facebook, then you've got the time, right? It's all about managing our time the way we need to manage our time, because no one ever taught us how to manage our time. I'm learning that I suck at time management, right? But no one ever showed us how. So the biggest thing that I've done for myself is created a schedule. And that's what I teach all of my coaches, is creating yourself a schedule. So you lay out your week, lay out your day job hours, lay out your kids' appointments, any activities that you need done, any appointments for yourself, anything. Lay out your schedule, and then you're going to see the free time that you have, right? And in those pockets of time, that's where you can fit coaching in. Maybe you only have 15 minutes on Monday. Maybe you only have 20 minutes on Tuesday. Maybe you can do an hour on Wednesday. Maybe Thursday you've got a couple hours. Maybe Friday you only got 15 minutes again. Coaching fits into the pockets of our lives. And think about it. Go back to what I said before. You know, could an extra $500 a month, like, how is that going to free some things up for you? Is that worth an hour of your time? Right? Is that extra? Is that freedom? Is that weight lifted off your shoulders of the bills in that? Is that going to be worth that 1 hour of your time? Maybe it's saving money for family vacations, right? Maybe it's saving money for your kids' education. Whatever that is for you, is that going to be worth your time? You have to buy stock. You have to buy and stock up an inventory. Yeah, no, you don't have to do any of that. There's no minimum order requirements. There's no stocking inventory. Like, I don't have any inventory here at the house, right? Like, it just, what I have comes to me. That's it. And like I said before, if someone were to want to join me today, I would send them an email with a link. They would go click that link and order everything themselves, and it gets shipped straight to them. I don't have anything to do with that. So I don't got to worry about any of that stuff, right? All I got to do is work out, talk about it, and help people. That's all I got to do, right? Do you only do home workouts? No, I've worked out in the gym while I've been doing this. I actually take my workouts. You can do them online. I take them to the gym and I work out at the gym. I've also just worked out at the gym, right? I've gone to yoga classes, fitness classes. I've done all that. Just going for a walk, whatever you want to do. That all feeds into what we do. It's a positive, healthy lifestyle. You should be sharing about that. And also, I will say, you can, if you are interested. I know there's a lot of people out there that always say to me, I thought about being a personal trainer. And when I started this, I had thought about it as well. And then I did eventually become one, but I was a coach first. Then I became a personal trainer. Then I started working as a personal trainer. And when I was working as a personal trainer, I was like, what am I doing? Why am I here on someone else's hours, building their company for them, when I could be doing the exact same thing online from home and help them better? Because when you're a personal trainer in the gym, you're only helping that one person when they come in. You can't help them with their nutrition. You don't know what they're doing when they leave you and go home, right? Whereas with this, I can help somebody with their nutrition. I can help them with their workouts, give them a plan, and I'm with them one-on-one, helping them, answering their questions, because I've done it. So I can now help answer their questions, right? Or if I don't know the answer, I go and find out. I ask my coach, right? That's the beauty of this. There's always someone there to support you. The market is saturated already, and that's so not true. Do you know in Canada, there's 35 million people in Canada, and there's only 35,000 coaches? The market is not saturated. People feel as though it's saturated because it's like anything. If I was going to go buy what you focus on is what you see, right? So if I was going to go buy a white car today, everywhere I go from now on, I would see a white car, white, which is funny because a little while ago, the girl that I work with was talking about a white Jeep, that she wanted to get a white Jeep. And I was like, man, I've never seen a white Jeep, right? I was like, I don't think I've ever seen a white Jeep. And now everywhere I go, I see white Jeeps everywhere I go, right? It's the same thing with coaching. Once you start talking about coaching, once we've started talking about coaching, you start thinking about coaching, all of a sudden that's all you're going to see in your newsfeed. And the worst thing is, as soon as you start as a coach, all of a sudden you start friending a bunch of coaches, and then that's all you see in your newsfeed. So that's all you think is out there, but it's not true. It's not true at all. Now, the benefit to being a coach, Beth, this is what got me. This is the best. You work at your own pace, right? I set my own hours. Nobody dictates to me my hours, when I can take time off, when I can go on vacation, when I can go to that appointment that I have to be here. No, I dictate my own hours, right? My coaching hours works around my life, right? You build your business however you'd like, as fast as you want it. You can build your business fast. You can build your business slow. You can build your business in person, on the phone, through the computer, however you want to build your business. That is totally, totally up to you. But I'm going to help you show you how to do it, okay? It helps hold yourself accountable. Like I said, it holds you to a higher standard. There's no ceiling on your income potential, which is phenomenal here. You want to give yourself a raise? You can give yourself a raise. Work harder, help more people, give yourself a raise. Again, our income is a direct reflection on how many people we help and how hard we work, basically. So if I want to take the week off this week, then my income is going to reflect that. If I buckle down and bust my butt and help people this week, then my income reflects that, right? So you have the power to increase your income at any given time. That's why it's, there's a low startup cost to get involved. But this is the thing, this is a business. You have the opportunity, because I hear a lot of people say, they always tell me, they're like, I'd love to do this, but I can't afford it. Right, but this is a business. So this is an investment that you're going to make in your business to get started. Yes, there's a startup fee, of course. You cannot start a business with $0. That would be just silly. You start your business, and then it's a business, which means you could earn that income back. So I got in my first, like I showed you there when I first started, I got started at the beginning of April 1st, 2015. And in that first month, I made $300, which means I made back all my money plus some, because that's the power of having a business. If you don't do anything, then you're not going to make anything. But if you start this business and say to yourself, I'm earning my money back, like that's my first priority. I couldn't really afford to sign up. I stretched my visa. So I've got to put my head down and I'm going to help people so that I can earn my money back. Then you can do that. You've got the power to do that. Okay. We're going to help another big benefit is personally develop. You're going to develop as a person. You're going to grow as a person. I've grown so much in the last 3 years just through personal development. And personal development is things to help us with our personal growth, right? So helping you gain confidence, helping you with time management, helping you with those things, right? So that you can learn. Like I use my personal growth to learn about social media, learn how to share on social media, how to be a good leader, how to time management, help build my confidence, all of those things. I've been learning all of those things along the way, and it's helped shape me as a better person. You meet tons of amazing people, and seriously, it'll change your life. It'll change your life while you start helping other people change their life. There's nothing more satisfying than when you get that first message for the first time of someone saying, thank you, thank you. Thank you for telling me about this. Thank you for helping me get started. It's changed my life. That is the biggest reward ever. Biggest reward ever. Now, there's 3 levels to coaching, all right? So you can choose your level of coaching, how you feel most comfortable getting started. One is called the loyalty coach, or I like to call them a preferred customer. This is someone who's focused on getting your own results first, right? You're getting your own results. Maybe you're in love with the products. Maybe you've already used some of our programs and that, and you love the programs. You're passionate about sharing your journey, and you want to get the benefit from a 25% discount, right? So maybe you just want to focus on you. You want to get your, start off, get to know everything a little bit better, get comfortable with posting on social media and get comfortable with all those things first. And then maybe if, friends or family want to get started, you can. So in the loyalty coach, you're going to be a part of our loyalty program. So if you do have a friend or family member that wants to join you, you're going to be able to get what's called a referral fee. So the referral fees are anywhere from $40 to $50, right? Depending on people that get started. So it's a great way to help, pay for your programs, pay for your Shakeology, pay for any of those things, right? All the time getting a discount, which is great. A part-time coach. So this is where I started. So a part-time coach is someone that probably already has a full-time job. Either you have a full-time day job, even, stay-at-home moms, that's a full-time job, right? The kids and stuff like that. So maybe you have something full-time or takes up the bulk of your time, right? But you still enjoy helping other people. And you'd love to create a part-time income for yourself, right? Get your Shakeology paid for, right? You work anywhere from 5 to 7 hours a week. Or like me, I was working 7 to 10 hours a week, right? You're just doing it part-time. You're doing it in the cracks of your day, right? Wherever you have some free time. And you're following a program. Maybe you're already working out. Maybe you're in the gym now and you're already working out and you've helped a bunch of people. Wouldn't it be awesome if you could take that, something you love to do, that part-time, and create a side income for yourself? I mean, wouldn't that be awesome? I think it's just the best part. Anyway. Or you can be a full-time coach. You can go all in. So you're ready to help other people, get them started. You're ready to grow your own business, help start building your own team of coaches yourself, help people through a monthly accountability groups, and it's your business. So it's your hours, which is total freedom, right? And that's about, a full-time coach is anywhere from 10 to 15 hours a week. I am now currently working full-time as a coach, and I only work 20 hours a week. That's 20 hours a week as a coach. That's my job now. And the rest of my week is my life, doing whatever I want to do, right? So wouldn't that be awesome? Think about it. Think if you could cut back your hours and only be working 20 hours a week. How much more freedom would you have to be able to do the stuff you want to do, right? I don't know. I think that's what gets me the most. I can't stop talking about freedom because that's why I do this. It's the freedom of time, the time to be able to do what I want to do, and the freedom to have the money in the bank to not worry about going out and doing the things that I want to do. So how do we get paid? You're probably sitting here wondering, okay, this is all fine and dandy, but how do we actually get paid, right? So first and foremost, we get paid. The most basic and easily understandable part of it is commissions, right? We earn 25% commissions on all products. So if you help someone get started, you're going to earn 25% of whatever that total was that it cost them to get started, right? We get our challenge pack commissions, Shakeology, which could be a fast start bonus. Then we have our team cycle bonuses. So as you build your own team, as you start building your own team, we all work together. So everything your team is doing, you actually get to earn income from that as well. So it can range anywhere from $250 to $12,000 a week in bonuses, which is not including your commissions. That's total bonuses. And we also have matching bonuses on all of our coaches' business. So as my coaches start helping people start growing their business, whatever they're doing for whatever income they're earning, I get a matching percentage of that. I get a 10% of whatever they're earning. And then we have quarterly bonuses. So as you grow your business, there's going to be certain benchmarks that when you hit, you start getting quarterly bonuses. And a quarterly bonus is a piece of the overall sales that Beachbody does. So Beachbody is a billion-dollar company. They take 1% of that and they set it aside for quarterly bonuses. So those bonuses range from anywhere from $900 to $40,000. I'm not kidding when I say this. I have seen those bonus checks. I have seen them get paid out to people, $40,000 every 4 months as a bonus when you got to hit certain ranks. So you need to be building your business. So as you can see, when we first start, the bulk of our income is commissions. As we start growing and growing our team, then it becomes our team, right? Our team cycle bonuses. So right now where I'm at in my business, the bulk of my income comes from my team cycle bonuses. So what my team is producing. So it's in my best interest to make sure that everybody is, hitting their goals. So we all work together. That's the best part of this. My teammates, there's people on my team that make more money than me. I make more money than people that started before me. Like, that's the beauty here, right? It's all based on what you want to make it. So how do you get started, right? How do you get started in all of this? So the Coach Starter Collection, which is what we call a challenge pack, it's going to give you everything you need to get started right from the start. So it's going to give you all your workouts. So it's access to over 600 plus Beachbody workouts and all of our future releases. It's like the Netflix of workouts. So you get access to all the workout programs plus any new releases. So basically, once you have it, you don't have to buy anything else, right? Like, this is it. You can stream them from your laptop, from your TV, from a tablet, from your smartphone. You have access to them anywhere you want to go. You have access to all our meal plans, all the recipes out there, the Fixate cooking show. On the blog, there's so many different recipes, thousands and thousands of recipes, meal plans, all of it. There's also the portion control containers are included in this, your Shakeology cup. You get your first 30-day supply of Shakeology, or you can get your first 30-day supply of our performance stack, okay? The Shakeology in our performance stack, the performance stack is the Energize, which is a pre-workout, and the Recover, which is what you drink right after your workout to help your muscles recover faster. Those two things are the signature product, basically, of Beachbody. And that's what helps you build your residual income. So if I have a customer start this month with me, as they stay on Shakeology, I will earn $33 every single month while they stay on Shakeology. So that is, again, it's our signature product, right? That's what's going to help you build your income faster. So the next piece is your coach sign-up fee, which is normally $40 in Canada. So it's $44.95. That sign-up fee is waived. You also get your coach online office plus 3 business websites. You're going to have myself as your coach, your sponsor, your mentor. And it also comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So in Canada, it's $186 for the whole package for everything. And in the US or the UK, it's $160. So it's an incredible value for everything you get. There's no other business out there that you can pay so little and get so much. Like this package is valued at well over $6,000 if you're buying it all like individual things, right? Now, let's clear up a few things though. One, if you've already purchased this, so if you're looking at this and you're like, hey, I already got that, then great. The only thing you would need to do is upgrade your account to a coach account for the $44.95. And then you would submit a form and you'd get that money back. So it would be free for you to upgrade to a coach, okay? For some of you, you might be sitting there and thinking to yourself, well, I've already got a Beachbody workout program here. And that's great too. So if you already have a Beachbody workout, then you could pay the $45 and just simply get started as a coach. Do you need to have Shakeology to be a successful coach? No. There's people out there that maybe can't drink Shakeology. We've got coaches that are allergic to it. That's fine, right? Do not pigeonhole yourself and be like, well, I don't like Shakeology, so I'm not going to do it. Don't pigeonhole yourself for one little detail in the whole package, right? There's the performance stack. You could use the performance stack instead. Try it out. If you haven't tried Shakeology out, try it out. It comes with it. The first 30 days comes with the package. At least try it, right? So that you can then talk about it. I'll be very honest. When I first started this, I hated Shakeology. The first time I drank it, I was like, what is this shit? Like, what the hell is this? What did I get myself into, right? It took me at least 2 weeks before I found the recipe that I liked. It took me a good 2 weeks before I found something I liked. Not everybody likes it right off the bat, and that's okay, right? So depending on where you're at, it's very easy to get started. If you've never done one of our programs before, the first step would be to simply get started. Get a package, get started, and then you could always talk about maybe coaching down the road, right? So you don't have to jump in full bore. You can ease your way in. Start as a challenger. Get your challenge pack, start as a challenger, give yourself the 30 days to see if you're going to like it first, and then upgrade to a coach. If you've been doing these programs or you've done Beachbody programs before and you love them, you know what they're all about, then get started as a coach. Let's get started and let's get doing this, right? But the biggest thing is that there's always a way, right? If your budget is what's concerning you, then there's always a way to make it work. Let's just talk about it and we'll see what works best for you so that it fits in your budget and you're comfortable with it, okay? There's always options. So, your steps as a Divine Nation coach. So, when you get started as a coach, these are the steps that's going to happen. You're going to enroll online. Like I said, when you get started, I'm going to send you an email. You're going to click a link. You're going to get all set up. So you're going to enroll online. Then you're going to receive a welcome email from us. And that welcome email is going to walk you through a few things that you need to learn, okay? So a bit of your training is going to start right there. At the very end of it, it's going to prompt you to tell me that you've gone through that email and you're ready to have a phone call. You and I are going to set up a one-on-one phone call, and we're going to talk about your goals, what you want out of this, what you want to be earning as income, like what would make this work for you. And we're going to set some goals, some steps, the next steps for you to take to start hitting those for yourself, right? Maybe it's earning your money back from getting started. Great. I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to get your training started. You're going to start in a group. You're going to start using your program. We're going to start learning how to share that. And then, of course, we have our follow-up calls. We have our team calls. We have all of that extra ongoing support for you, okay? So there's always a plan in place. You're never going to be at any given time sitting there going, what's next? There's always going to be a laid out plan for you, something for you to plug in along the way. And that's it. That's the whole thing. That's what coaching is all about. I want to thank you for coming. Thank you for being here with me today. And really the only question I have left for you is, when are you going to get started? I want to see you get started with us soon. Not even soon. The next training is this Monday. So I want you to be there. I want to see you there, all right? So your next steps are, if you've watched this and you're ready, then let's get you started, okay? Let's get you started. If you still have some questions, then let's set up a call and we'll talk more about it. But I want you to think of it this way. So if you're sitting here right now and you've watched this and you're digesting everything that's in here, and you've it's just been on your mind and on your mind and on your mind, then that means it's pulling you towards it. So you got to ask yourself, on a scale from 1 to 10, with 1 being don't ever talk to me again, and 10 being hell yeah, sign me up, let's do this, where are you? Where are you? Are you an 8? If you're an 8, then let's set up a call and talk more. We can answer all your questions, right? If you're a 9, 10, then let's get started. Let's do this, all right? If you're anything less than an 8, then I would definitely recommend that you take advantage of the 30-day money-back guarantee. Start as a challenger. Don't overwhelm yourself with all this coaching stuff. Just start as a challenger. Start working on your own goals first. Take advantage of the 30-day money-back guarantee. Come join us for 30 days. Try it out for the 30 days. If it's not for you, then send it back and get your money back. I mean, there's no harm in doing that, right? But at least you'll know. At least you'll know if it was for you or not, right? And that's all you can do, right? So the best thing to do is to give it a chance, try it out. And even if you did start as a coach, let's say you started as a coach today, and 3 months down the road, you're like, Colleen, this just isn't for me. This just isn't for me. I just don't have time. I'm going to be like, okay, then cancel. You can cancel at any time. You're never, ever locked into anything, because at the end of the day, being a coach is just you working on your own goals. That's it. It's focusing on you. And when you focus on you, then that's how you help other people. So even if 3 months down the road, let's say you start doing this 3, 4, 5 months down the road, you're like, I don't want to be a coach anymore. Okay, but guess what happened? You got healthy along the way. You had fun along the way. You changed your life along the way. So really, there's no downside. You get to get your own results, get healthy yourself. Maybe you help somebody, maybe you don't, but you're still going to get healthy. So even if you help one person get started and do it with you, that's a win. That's a win. So all I can say is don't overthink it. If you're sitting here and you're like, yes, I really want to do this. I really want to try it. I really want to do it. Then come join us for 30 days. And you got to go from there. You got to start somewhere, right? So why not start there? Okay. So I want to see you. Let's do this. We're going to do it. And let's get that training started. All right. So I'm going to talk to you right after this. Bye now.